Today for professional development, we are going to take a look at Google Chrome apps and Chrome extensions. And I want to define those for you first of all. Google Chrome extensions are found right up here on your Chrome web browser. Now notice that they are specific to Google Chrome. If you're using other web browsers, there are extensions for those too, but my favorite extensions are when I'm using Google Chrome. And you can add them really easily, and they just show up as little icons right up here on the top, right next to your URL address bar. So, where do we get such things as extensions, and what really are they? Extensions are little programs that are running in the background of your web browser just to make your job a little bit easier. They're short and quick, easy to get to, and do a lot of work for you. You get them in the Chrome Web Store, and I have a link to the Chrome Web Store on our document for today. But in the Chrome Web Store, you can search for apps, games, extensions, themes. And so if I'm looking for extensions, I can click on that and it will show you all the newest extensions. And you can take a look at these. You could spend lots of hours searching for extensions and downloading them and opening them up. Be a little bit careful, because notice that if you are running a lot of extensions at the same time, it can slow down your computer a little bit, slow down your web browser. It can also cause some web browser problems. So if you're having problems with searching, things seem really slow, it's good to turn off some extensions and start one at a time and make sure you find out which one is causing you the problem. And we'll get into that in a little bit. If you want to look for some apps, I always think of apps on my iPhone or my iPad, but they also can be on Chromebooks. And they work kind of the same way, except apps on your Chromebook don't play without, they don't actually play without being in the Chrome web browser, because that's all the Chromebooks are, is a web browser. So they are linked to websites, basically. It's not like the iPad that they're running little applications right within your iPad. This is all web-based on a Chromebook. Okay, so you can search for lots of them, and notice that if you are in extensions or apps, you can actually go down and search by category and say, okay, I just want to find education apps, and it will show you a bunch of different education apps. And you can even search specifically by free apps or runs offline. When our kids are going to have Chromebooks at home, if they don't have the internet, there are some actual Google Chrome apps that will run offline. So know that. There are some games that might run offline. So you look at that and you can see which ones they are. Okay, so that's apps and this is extensions. Apps are links to websites. Extensions are little programs that are running up here on the top of your computer. If you want to look at any extensions that are already on your computer, you can click on these three little bars up here. It's customize and control your Google Chrome settings. So we're going to click on that and go down to settings and take a look at extensions. So here's my Chrome settings, and here's a tab for extensions. Click on that, and here are all the extensions that I have actually downloaded onto my Chrome web browser, but notice not all of them have a check mark in enable, so you can turn them on and turn them off. Right now I have different ones selected that are running in the background. One is Draft Back. I can show you that in a little bit. Extensity is one of my favorites, and that's going to be number one for me right now. It's running right here, and I want to show you what it does. When I click that, what Extensity does is look for all of your extensions, and you can easily, right from going to this one extension, turn on and off other extensions. Okay, so that's one I want you to for sure load, Extensity. Really makes it easy so you don't have to go into your settings and into your Chrome extensions. But you can scroll down, and any of these you can turn on and off. I have the Google URL shortener enabled. But if I wanted to, I can disable it by clicking that again, and you'll notice it went away. So watch right up here when I click enable, boom, here it is. But if I want to take off the enable, just click the check mark. So really easy to do. I can do that in Extensity. Watch the Google Chrome URL shortener, here it is. If I click that, now it's gone. If I click it again, now it's on there. So really nice. Extensity is really nice to use. Okay, those are extensions. That's how to actually turn them on and off. Actually, apps, if you go right up here, there are 9 little colored boxes. If you click on that in your Chrome web browser, you will go into all of your Chrome apps. And it looks kind of like Google, or kind of like iPad apps in a way. So there are some iPad apps that you can find in the Google Chrome Web Store. So if you have favorite apps on an iPad, you can look for them. I'm not going to promise they will be there, but you can take a look. Now, those are applications and they're linked to websites. That's the whole difference. Here are apps, here are extensions. Now, what are some of my favorites and what can they do to help me out? Okay, well, let's go into my extensions and apps resource for you. I linked to the Chrome Web Store. Here are some of my favorite. One is the URL shortener. Now look at the URL for this document. It's pretty long, this web address or URL. URL is Uniform Resource Locator. It's the address to find the location for this one document. And it's really long. And if I wanted students to actually go to this, of course I would send them a link on Canvas or on email. But I could also click right here on this Google URL shortener, and when I click it, it says, okay, I'm going to shorten up that address to just be this. So that way I can copy it really easily, just click copy. And then if I paste that URL, and let me go right down here and paste it, you'll notice here it is. And if I link to that in a new window, I'm just going to copy that now. I'm going to go into a new window and paste it. And now watch where it takes me, right to that same document. So that's what the Google URL shortener will do. The next one I have is AdBlock, and I put MacRumors.com on here. It's one that I really like to follow, see what's new on the Macintosh. Notice when I open this up, here is an ad running through, and it's advertising Best Buy for me. And as I scroll down, here's another ad, and there's lots of ads on different websites. And this is something your students will really appreciate. I'm going to turn on one called Ad Blocker, and it's called Ad Block, so I click that. Okay, now I've turned on that extension, and here it is, right here. So now if I'm on this website and I click Ad Block, it's saying on this website there are 3, there are 5, there are 7 advertisements. Notice it's going to keep adding more and more as I would scroll down. There's all these kind of advertisements showing up. And that's how web companies make their money. So I'm going to click on Ad Block right now. And it says there are 9 on this page, okay? And it might ask you to give money and stuff for ad block, but you don't need to, just ignore that. But now let's go ahead and let's just refresh this page again with my ad blocker on. Notice that the Best Buy advertisement is gone, and as I scroll down, I don't have all those advertisements anymore. It's cleaned up the website. Makes it really nice so there are no more ads. So make sure you show that one to your students if they're coming across a page and they're trying to do research and there are so many advertisements on it. Now again, on this Extensity, I can shut off that ad block at any time I want to. And I can turn those extensions on and off. Okay, let's look for another one here. It says Announcify. That is one that's really good. What Announcify will do is it will, let me take you to it here. Announcify, I'll turn it on, and it's this little owl-like thing. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Mac Rumors page, and I'm going to click Announcify. And now what it's going to do is it's actually going to
You're now listening to Mac Rumors, Apple Mac iOS rumors, and news you care about. Intel has 1,000 of its employees working on preparing the Intel 7360 LTE modem for Apple's iPhone 7 devices, reports VentureBeat. Apple is rumored to be switching to the Intel modem chip for some models of the iPhone 7, using it instead of the standard.
Now, what that did for me was Announcify will read, just are not able to read very well, go ahead and have them load the Announcify extension on there, and it will go ahead and read that page to them. So that's Announcify. Can't really live without anymore. I'm going back to macrumors.com. I'm going to put my ad block on really quick here so I'm not so inundated with lots of advertisements. And here we are again. Now I'm just going to refresh it. Remember, refresh so you don't have all the ads. And now I'm going to click on my Google Translate app or extension, and it's right up here. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to say translate this page. Now notice you can just translate one word at a time if you want, but I want this whole website translated. So I'm going to click translate this page, and then it says, okay, what do you want to translate it into, Spanish or any of these other languages? It's quite amazing. So right now it's translated to Spanish. And this has been very valuable to our Spanish-speaking students in our school system because any website can just, boom, be translated into Spanish for them. So that is very good. And then you can click Show Original, and it's back into English again. So if you're on a site that actually, you might tell students you want them to find a Spanish website that's already written in Spanish and actually translate it to English. There's an idea for you too. So that is Google Translator found right here. Another one of my favorites is Screencastify. I love that. It's right here. It looks like a little film strip from the olden days. But if I click on that, this is a great way to flip your classroom. It will allow a 10-minute video to be recorded. And what you can do is you can record a tab. And right now it's just saying, okay, this one tab, that's what you want me to record, or your desktop, or you can record yourself with your camera. Another benefit is you can embed a web camera. If you've ever seen tutorial videos, and here there's a little web camera down here with a person speaking, that's what that embed webcam is. And then it will be recording you as you're looking on the page. And then you can also show a preview window, but that's something for you to play with. You can say start recording. So I'm going to click that, and notice then right here up in this little corner it's saying Screencastify is recording me everything that I do now. If I want to, I have a little pen option, I can do some writing, I can be talking to people about this website, and I'm recording it. When I want to stop, I just click up here, and now just watch. There's a new tab that's going to be opening up here. And notice then, right here, up in this little corner, it's saying Screencastify is recording me everything that I do now. Now, what is really nice, I'm going to pause myself. What is really nice is you can save it immediately to Google Drive, and then you can store it with your students. You can also upload it to YouTube right from there too if you want.